Who the Son set free is free indeed. Luke, Gospel according to Luke, chapter 19, verse 28. Oh, God, oh, God. In reverence of God's word, stand up real quick. Then I'm going to let you sit down real quick. I ain't going to let Brother Rob keep you up for 15 minutes. I'm going to let you get down. Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 19, verse 28. And we had just spoken, he went before them ascending to Jerusalem. And it came to pass, we came tonight to Bethphage and Bethlehem at the mount called Mount of Olives. He sent 2 of his disciples, saying, Go ye into the village over against you, in the which at your entering ye shall find a colt tied, whereon yet never a man sat. Loose him and bring him hither. And if any man asks you, Why do you loose him? Thus shall ye say unto him, Because the Lord has need of him. And they went, and they that were sent went their way and found even as he had said unto them. And as they was loosening the colt, the owner thereof said unto them, Why loose ye the colt? And they said, The Lord has need of him. You can be seated. You can be seated. I just want to talk for just a few minutes. Jesus has need of you. Jesus has need of you. In all the years I've heard Palm Sunday's message preached, we talk about the palms and we talk about Jesus entering into the place. We even talk about how the people reacted. But as I was reading this, I never heard anybody talk about the colt. I never heard anybody talk about the colt. So today I want to talk about the colt, because Jesus told them, Go get the colt, because I have need of him. I have need of him. So some people, I know, well, why Jesus need him? Couldn't he just walk in the city and they would have still laid the palms on the floor, on the ground, and they would still yell Hosanna? Yes, they would have. Yes, they would have, because the reason they did it is because all the miracles he did before, they knew he was coming to the city, so they would have done the same thing. But there is a prophecy in the Old Testament that Jesus had to fulfill. It declared that he was going to come entering into the city on a colt. So in all essence, if it wasn't for the colt, Jesus could not fulfill the prophecy. So my first point, I'm going to get out of here quick. My first point is sometimes what looks insignificant is the major piece to get the job done. Oh, God, oh, God. It looked like the coat didn't make any difference because Jesus walked everywhere he went anyway, so it looked like the coat wasn't going to make no difference. But since he had to fulfill every prophecy in the book so that the enemy could not accuse God of not fulfilling his word, the coat was the most important thing that came in the city. And sometimes, not what other people are doing. Sometimes you look at yourself as insignificant, and because you look at yourself as insignificant, you don't think you are a major piece of the job. And I'm here to tell you today, you are the major piece to get the job done. Because just like the colt, God can't do it without you. Can I go to point number 2? Since we know that this insignificant colt, that nobody sees the messaging when they're preaching because it seems not to have any significance unless you read all of the Gospels and know that he had to fulfill prophecy, they make no emphasis on the colt. They don't realize that Jesus could not have really entered. He could have entered the city, but would not have fulfilled prophecy if he wasn't riding on the colt. So, in other words, Jesus needed the colt for this assignment. So point number 2, I'm just about finished. Point number 2 is that the assignment in this season, Jesus needs you. The assignment in this season, Jesus needs you. He can't do this assignment without you. And the reason why the enemy is trying to play so much tricks on your mind is because he don't want you to realize how really important you are to the assignment. Because once we realize we are important to the assignment, we have the tendency to get up and start doing what God's calling us to do. But most of you ain't doing nothing because you don't think you're important to L.L.W.C. You don't think you got a really major part in the L.L.W.C., so you ain't really getting up and doing nothing. But the season we in, that we can't get this assignment done without you. And just because you look insignificant doesn't mean you are insignificant. Just because somebody told you you're insignificant doesn't mean you are insignificant. We need you. Can I do a perfect example? Without the committee, there would have been no banquet. Can I go a step further? Without the visionary, there could have been no banquet. Oh, God. So God gave the vision to Sister Nadine because he knew she got rhinoceros hide and just would deal with all this other craziness stuff that would come up. And then he gave her a committee that knew how to get everything done, so he knew it would come to pass because he had an assignment that nobody else could do but them. He had an assignment to do that nobody else could do but them. It looked insignificant. We're just having a banquet. We're just having a celebration. What's so important about that? It looked insignificant, but you had to be there to see the significance. Oh, God, I ain't going to have to do it. I ain't going to help you there. I ain't going to help you there. Because you don't know what you did for my spiritual father just by what you said about his son. That's the original spiritual father. That's the one before I had a title. That's the one before I did anything that said I think he might be a son. I remember I heard him say it, I think he might be a son, but I'm just waiting to see right now because he wouldn't put nothing on me without making sure that I'm going to receive it. So I heard him say, I heard him tell somebody one time, I think he's going to be one of my sons. So you don't know, it looked insignificant, but you don't know what you did for somebody in the kingdom. So you look like you act like what you doing is insignificant, but I'm here to tell you this Sunday morning, I'm here to tell you 2017 Palm Sunday, God got an assignment for you and you got a major part to play in it, and that's why the enemy is fighting you so hard. God needs you for this assignment. Jesus. Can I hit point number 3? Then I'll be 3/4 finished. Point number 3. The Bible said that they loosed the coat. So the coat was tied up. He was tied up by a rope. You've been tied up. I don't know what your rope is, but you've been tied up. And Jesus sent 2 people to loose you. Notice he sent 2 people because they're straight in 2 instead of 1. Oh, God. He sent 2 because one can talk to the owner while the other one is loosing you. One can play, one can run. Oh, God. One can run interference while the other one is loosing you. The enemy is looking at you and he don't know the other one is loosing. He sent 2. And God told me to tell you, I set you free for this purpose. Oh, God. I set you free for this purpose. I know you were tied up in religion. I know you were tied up in denomination. I know you were tied up in your feelings. I know you were tied up in your past hurts and your past situation. But I set you free for this purpose. I did it on purpose. It wasn't by accident. I set you free. Notice the owner couldn't even disagree with what the man said. All he said was the Lord has need of him. He ain't asked, what Lord? Who you talking about? But it said the owner, you usually don't give up your stuff like that. May I tell you, some of you, devil had you. Yes, he did. He had you tied up, wrapped up, and he was really your owner. And God just came and said, let him go. And he ain't asked no questions. He didn't even question it. He just let you go because he knew you want his in the first place. He knew you want desire for him in the first place. He ain't asked no question. He just let you go. Jesus. And some of y'all can get free a lot sooner if you just walk away, because he ain't gonna say nothing to you because he don't own you anyway. You just walk away. Just walk away. Just walk away. And he'll look at you and hope you turn back around, but he don't got no power to stop it. All you got to do is walk away. You've been loose while you're still there. You've been loose while you're hanging around. You've been loose while you're still hanging with the same people you're hanging with. Oh, God, you've been set free for this purpose. You've been set free for this purpose. You've been designed for, can I get deep with you? Let me get deep with you. Can I get deep? Can I get deep? So God sent a Jarvis to hook up with Nadine, to set her free, so she can come and do the banquet, so that sister right there can walk today. Oh, God, I ain't going to help y'all here. I ain't going to help y'all here. He'll set you free. You were tied up, but God set you free. You were bound, but God set you free. You didn't think you were going to get in deliverance, but God set you free. You were designed for this. He set you free for this. Can I hit point number 4? I'm going to get out of here. I got a youth retreat to get to. I'm going to get out of here. I took notice, Bishop, I took notice that it was a quote that nobody had written. It had never been written by anybody. The quote didn't have any experience. Come on, I'm going somewhere. If you follow me, I'm going. The coach didn't have any experience. You know what I learned? Sometimes, I write it down? Yeah. Sometimes your resume gets in your way. Oh, God. Yeah. Your resume gets in your way. I didn't did that in church. I didn't did all that in church. I didn't ran that program. Yeah, your resume is in the way because you're too busy trying to depend on your resume instead of depending on the Spirit of God. And you're trying to figure out, and some of y'all have said it, why God calling me? I don't know how to do that. That's why he called you. Why he called me? I don't got no experience doing that. That's why he called you. Because he needs you because you have no experience. Oh, God. You have no experience. Because sometimes our experience get in the way. Yes, Lord. Sometimes our experience gets in the way. I heard the late Bishop L.L.W.C say that seminary hasn't prepared me for the season I'm in right now and the ministry I got to do. I know seminary, but that ain't helping me in this season. You know a whole lot of stuff, but you trying to figure out why you still lost, because in this season, that ain't going to help you. God's not want you to rely on your resume. He wants you to rely on him. So he went and got a coat. Yeah, he went and got a coat that had never been written. It didn't have any experience. You don't know how to do that. But God said, that's good. Because, see, you're teachable, moldable, and coachable. Oh, God. Oh, God. Let me say it again. You're teachable, moldable, and coachable. Because you don't have no previous experience. See, that's why sometimes you got to put your resume to the side and put all that ego to the side and everything you think you know and just forget all that and say, Lord, teach me thy statutes. Teach me thy ways. I know I walked this way before, but you taking me in a different way. Teach me, oh Lord. Because can I be real with you? We're in a season we haven't been in before. We're in a season we got crazy people in office. And I ain't just talking about the White House. We got crazy people in the office and in the Senate and all that. And they doing crazy things. You got generals who know what they're doing, acting like they dumb and stupid and ain't giving no right advice. We're in a season we never been in before. And the church can't be dumb in this season. Oh, God. Somebody help me right there. The church can't be dumb in this season. The church can't be looking for social position this season. We got to be about the kingdom work. We got to be praying. We got to get the lost in, because you don't know what's going to happen in this season. This season you haven't walked before. You can't rely on your resume. You got to hear from heaven. You got to hear from heaven. And you got to do what the Lord is telling you to do. This is a season he's calling for a coat that has no experience.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God.
Oh, yeah, I heard you. For all those that, well, that must leave me out because I got experience. That ain't no problem. God know how to wipe your experience away. Yeah. God know how to wipe your experience away. I ain't let you off the hook. He's just calling for you to rely on him. You know why he called on you to rely on him? Because you know enough in God to say, I can't rely on what I used to do. I got to call on him like I never done before. So you already know how to call on him. You already know how to seek him. You already know how to receive fresh orders from God. Already receive first orders from God. I'm going to close, but God was dealing with me yesterday. I told you I was driving to work. I said, Lord, what am I doing wrong? Because these people are tripping. What am I doing wrong? And then God sent me that testimony. And then after that, God said, this is what's happening. I need the church to be on fire. So my next series after Easter Sunday is This Church is on Fire. Yeah. This church is on fire. And I know Dr. R.A. Vernon had a subject like that, but he was talking about the Holy Ghost. I'm going to talk about the Holy Ghost, but that's not my prime concern. I need somebody that got a fire on the inside to rise up and say, I'm going to do it for you, Pastor. I need somebody that got a fire on the inside. Matter of fact, the knowledge and power of the resurrection should electrify the fire that's burning on the inside, and it should burn a lot more. So this church is on fire. Because when you're on fire, pastor don't have to look for you. When you're on fire, prayer is going on even if I don't get here. When you're on fire, things are happening even if you never see my face. First lady don't have to say nothing. When you're on fire, you just jump in and do it. This church is on. He told us at the beginning of the year, no distractions, just execution. He told us we had work to do. And I told you what kind of work we had to do. Kingdom work. Kingdom work is just a conversation. Now you got to be on fire to do the kingdom work. And we are going to cause the fire. I can hear my grandmother now. You need to shake that stove, boy. I'm going to shake this stove because we got too much stuff in the fire that ain't burnable. Oh, God, somebody help me. I got stuff in the fire that ain't burnable. What happened? It already been burned up and it's lingering around and it can't be burned no more. So I gotta shake it. I gotta shake. Don't get nervous because I'm about to shake some stuff. Don't get scared because I'm about to shake some stuff. I gotta shake everything that's not burnable because I need to let this thing start burning, and then I'm gonna throw some more coal on the fire because this church is on fire. Oh, God, y'all just stop playing me this morning. You know you sung that song, This Girl is on Fire. So you know the word. This church is on. This church is on fire. Because fire is going to grow it. Fire is going to do ministry. Fire is going to take us to the next level. You got to have fire on the inside. I can teach 100 Bible studies. I can preach until my voice is gone. But if you don't got no fire, ain't nothing going to happen. This church is on fire. This church is on fire. I'm going to close. I got to make a public announcement. I'm going to close with my public announcement because we've been dealing with it in Bible study. We've been dealing in Bible study. I'm tired of this game called church. That's what we've been dealing in Bible study. And so all of y'all that sent me, well, some of y'all that sent me the issues you got with church. And I was at work yesterday, and God said, you need to give them a list of accountability. I said, he told me to tell y'all this. Some of y'all don't realize how much your church does for you because you ain't been nowhere else. And some of you have been somewhere else and realized your church does a lot for you. But since your church does a lot for you, God said you need to do something for your church. So God said, I got a list of accountability that I need you to do. So I need every partner when I get out of the youth retreat next week, the week after Easter, that Wednesday night, I need every partner here because we're going to go through the list of accountability. God said, this is what I need you to do for your church because your church is doing a whole lot. Don't even question me. Don't even think we're not doing a lot. I'm taking your young person and you getting a 3-day break and all we ask for $30. Your church do a whole lot. I just took care of your daycare for just the next 3 days. Oh, God. Yes, God said we do a lot, but you don't appreciate it because you don't know any difference. But God said we do a lot for you. And the reason we do a lot because that's the kind of church God declares we're supposed to be. That's what we're supposed to be. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So we ain't going to stop because that's what we're called to do. But God said, I need you to do something for your church. Now, we said we're partners. Partners indicates there's a two-way street. When you're a partner, you give and you reap. You sow and you reap. Some of y'all been doing a lot of reaping.
Come on, sir. It's all right. It's all right.
I'm going to have fun with the young people. So y'all can be mad with me all you want to. I'm going to have fun with the young people for the next 3 years. Some of y'all been doing a whole lot of reaping, but not a whole lot of sowing. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. And God said, I need to let you know what your responsibility is so this church can be on fire. How can you be on fire when you don't know what you're supposed to do? How you can be on fire when you don't know what's required of you? How can you be on fire when you just walking around in a daze? You going around in a circle like the children of Israel did for 40 years. No, we ain't on no 40-year journey. This is a 7-day trip, and we're going to take it in 7 days. You need to know that this church is on fire, and you need to know your responsibility, what God is calling for you to do. Because if he plants you here, he plants you here not only for you to reap, but also for you to sow. 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 So we're going to discover, we're going to deal with this church is on fire. We're going to see what God is asking us. This ain't, I'm going to tell you right now, this ain't what I'm asking you to do. Because I'd rather not have the conversation. Bishop can understand that. I'd rather not have the conversation because when you have the conversation, you get all kind of looks. When you have the conversation, people look funny. When you have a conversation, they skip out on you for 2 weeks and don't come back till 3 weeks later when you have the conversation. So this ain't a conversation I'm trying to have. But God at work dealt with me and said, you got to do this. You asked me what you're doing wrong. You better do this. I said, yes, Lord. And I wrote my 4-point list. Oh, God. I wrote my 4-point list while I was at work. And if you give me some more, I'll write some more. But right now, I wrote my 4-point list of what God said we need you to do as partners because this church is on fire. See, I can't even say fire. I mean, what's that? If I played a song, you'll sing that. Pastor, you know who sung it? Alicia Keys. Don't play me today. Don't play me today. You listen to it? No, I saw her on the commercial. That's how I know she sung it. This church is on fire. And the only way for the church to be on fire, you got to be on fire. I'm here to tell you, Jesus needs you. Come on, give God a praise right there. Oh, Jesus. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.